Okay, let's do this again. Hi everyone. I recorded a video earlier, actually, and this is my second attempt because it just felt so rushed and so pointless the first time that I did it. Very uninformative, impersonal, just almost like an obligation. And I thought, well, this is me talking to my friends at home and my family, and what's the point in me doing that if I do it in a way that kind of seems like I'm being held at gunpoint and made to give a presentation to an audience. So I took a bath, calmed myself down, got some tea. I'm drinking decaffeinated tea because I found that caffeine doesn't really do my heart any favors. It sometimes can give me heart palpitations, so we're not doing that anymore. And yeah, I got my cheese and crackers. You'll probably see this plate getting progressively more and more empty as we go. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to give you guys some updates and then play a little bit of a game at the end, which hopefully will be fun. Because obviously this year has been hard for all of us, but also in some ways, especially for me, it's been an important year. Even though I feel like in hindsight not a lot has happened, there's definitely been, I say that sitting in another country. I know it sounds ridiculous, but yeah, it's definitely been really, I don't want to sound cheesy and say life-changing, but you get the point. It's been a big year. A slow but quick, confusing big year. And I honestly don't have too much else to say about it that you guys don't already know. I have an announcement coming in February, at the end of February, which will either be that my plan A has succeeded or that my plan B, which I'm going to be putting together between now and February, is going to start to happen. So yeah, until February I won't really have that much to say. The UK is still a really COVID-y mess. We have the second strain here, and that's apparently spreading a lot faster, and we don't know if the vaccine is going to be able to deal with it. And we created a new tier 4 because tiers 1 through 3, as far as COVID restrictions go, weren't restrictive enough to keep the virus from spreading at a really fast rate. So we're looking great over here. I had my first Christmas away from home, and I hope you guys had a really good Christmas if that's what you celebrate, and happy holidays if that's not what you celebrate. And I know a lot of us didn't get to see our family. So hopefully, in a way, a video like this feels like getting to see someone that you haven't gotten to see. That makes me sound like I think I'm really important. Oh well. Let's drink some tea and ignore it, in true British fashion. So, as you might have noticed, my background looks pretty different. And that's because I got so many wonderful gifts for Christmas, this being one of them, and this being one of them, and this being one of them, and a bunch of other stuff that I love and will regularly use, and I just had too much stuff for the tiny room. You guys saw that tiny room that I moved into before, right? If not, I'll put it in a video, probably here, maybe on the other side, I don't know. I'm not good at this. But yeah, it's in my first vlog, my first video from when I got here, and I love that room. It's so cute, it's so cozy, but I have almost literally twice as much stuff as when I got here, just because I was given so many things. So while that room was good for me and one suitcase worth of stuff, it wasn't very good, especially after Christmas. So for Christmas, I moved into a different room in the same guest house. It's the same actual location. I'm still in Stratford, I'm still with my mom's mom, my nan. And yeah, it's so fancy. I feel almost bad being in this room. It's so nice, but yeah. I recorded a video and I'll show you guys. I'll actually put the clip in just a second, but I have to say, I'm gonna try to voice over it because I wasn't sure when I was recording the video of the room the first time if I would keep the audio or not. And I decided against it because not only was it a bunch of nonsense, but it was full of just me sniffling and breathing heavily really close to the camera. So we scrapped that. So I'll do a little voiceover, and here's the tour of my new room. So I'm in room 3, and I've always loved the number 3, so that's really cool. So going in, this is what you see right when you walk in the door. To your right, there's a big closet, and I didn't have a closet before, but actually this one doesn't hang very much stuff. There's only a couple little rails for hanging, but that's okay, because there's a lot of room for all my folded clothes. I still don't have that much anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And then, turn on the light, it's a little dark in here. And then the bed's right to the left. I'm actually sleeping in this little one. The other beds are just 2 pushed together. They used to be a little more spread out because this was a room for 3 people in the guest house. Nice overhead light and all these big windows in the front. Here, I stole this little cabinet from the next door room, but it's like my little meditation station. Lots of gifts I got for Christmas there. This is my desk where I just stare out the window all day instead of doing any work. As you can see, it's pretty close to the street, so that's probably why you're going to hear all the cars and all the traffic, but it's a really nice view, even on a super gray and freezing cold day like today. And you probably can't, oh, my plants are so cute. You probably can't see it, but just behind those trees is the police station as well. So yeah, there it is. And then right next to it is my bathroom. And honestly, this is probably the fanciest bathroom I've ever had. The light, I didn't even see this thing at first, but it's a little string. The shower is pretty similar to the one I had in my other room, just a little bigger. Yep. And then there's more. This is surprising. Hey, hi. Huge bathtub, so nice. And then obviously all my stuff this time fits in the bathroom, super high ceilings. It's so fancy in here. It just feels so luxurious. And thank God, a nice window people can't see out of. It's really nice though, it lets the light in. So yeah, definitely the fanciest bathroom I've ever had. I've been really liking it. My 2 days that I've had it so far. And yeah, this is the I guess, opposite view from my desk to my beds. I love these high windows. And that's about it. I mean, I say that's it, but honestly, it's a huge room, so hope you like it. You back already? That was way faster than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, well, in other news, for about a year now, for over a year now, I've been doing tarot readings, which sounds very, like, hippie, sort of like woo-woo, weird, kind of out there, psychic-y something for most people, which I promise it's not. But I think, basically the premise of tarot is each card has a meaning or a message. So if I draw the 2 of Swords, that probably means that I'm having a lot of indecision in my life, and it says to me, a lack of decision making is holding you back. And so when I found this last October, a year ago from October, I thought, sounds freaky, I don't think it works, I really don't believe in it, but even though there's any one of the 156 meanings could easily apply to my life. So what if I get it and I use it as a tool for self-reflection? So I'll pick a card and I'll do some reflection on that topic to see how it applies to my life. And that's how I kind of started in it, because I thought it helped my meditations and my just awareness of my own life and my control over my own life. And I kind of ended up sort of like believing in it. Not to a super like prophecy level type, like I don't think that it tells the future. I think it's a useful guide, and it has the ability to kind of put you on the right path. I actually accidentally just so many things that ended up being totally true. And you can think confirmation bias, and maybe you wouldn't be wrong. I really don't know how to feel about it anymore, because I feel like I was so skeptical and just didn't care that it wasn't real. And now I feel like if I wasn't initially so skeptical, I would 100% believe it now, after everything that I've seen and read. So I do readings for people, and basically this is a really long-winded way of me saying if you would like a reading for the new year, and you want to know what to look out for in 2021, or, you know, have some helpful hints to keep you from falling apart any more than we already have, then let me know, because I will do that for you. It would be fun, and you probably don't believe a word of any of that, but that's okay. Some of my friends have had me do it for them, and that's been good enough for me. So that's definitely something that I've brought into my life this year. And yeah, I never would have thought that I would do that. And I'm pretty sure in a few months, if this plan works out, that'll basically be the story of my entire life. Like, my entire life. Actually, even if plan B has to work out. It's just crazy. Isn't it crazy? It's crazy, right? I just think this is why in my last video, I'm pretty sure it's my last video, I was saying life plans are useless, because you feel like you know yourself, or you feel like you want to do something, and then something happens, and then you think, maybe I don't want to do that, or I don't want to be that, or I want to be this, or I want to do that, and it's like, I don't think that 2018, maybe even like early to mid 2019, Hannah would have any clue who this is. What's going on? We don't know. We've no idea. So, it's just cool. It's cool how life works. And I think that's an important part of living, don't you? Like, how boring would it be if you were just the same person for like 80, 90 years if you're lucky? Like, if you're lucky and you get that many years, ugh. It's like watching the same show your whole life. Come on, you gotta get some variety. I don't know. I appreciate this year for that reason, and that's how that came about, and how my tarot readings and meditations and weirdness came about. I moved over a bit because we're gonna play a game, and I need this space for you. So, why are crackers so dry? They're good though. So, the game is America versus England. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna say something, and whichever country fits that better, or is the best at that thing, I'm gonna show it on the screen. I'm just gonna tell you, basically. But the game is, you gotta guess. So I'm gonna say something, like, this country got a better flag, which isn't one of them, obviously, because that's very subjective. But for example, I would say, has a better flag. And then you would guess, keep track, America or England. And then I'll show you here. And then you kind of like take note. You gotta make a note whether you're right or not. Hold on. That door being open was making my voice like echoey. So, okay. Let's start with the country that's more sustainable, more environmentally friendly. The country where driving seems safest, best for driving. For sure. Driving here is like a death trap. It's like the cars are just as wide as the lanes that they drive in. They drive so fast. Half the time the road's flooded or has a big hole in it. And then, like, there's no shoulder. So you never know. You gotta weave around bikers. There's people weaving into your lane, oncoming. Like, the blind corners around these country roads are crazy. Don't come here to drive. When I learn how to drive, it's gonna be intense. Best for vegan options. This isn't real cheese, I'm still vegan. But I think on average this country is way, 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 way better at having more options in even smaller grocery stores. Best international food. Not a surprise. Easiest to find cheap options. Also not a surprise. Quality for money. I'm sure you guessed it based on the last one, but yeah. Let's go with affordable housing. If you live here, you already knew. It's just crazy expensive. Okay, following that one, let's do the size of the house for the price. Big time, still America. How about quality of the house that you buy? This is not, yep, it's still not a surprise. Still not a surprise. Ooh, here's one. The country that has the better political policies. I'm not gonna do that. Did you think I was gonna do that? Did you really think that I was gonna? I'm not gonna do that. No. Okay, one last one. Let's do the ability to easily find what you want to buy online. It's not a tie. Surprisingly, it's not a tie. There's a lot of stores that won't ship to the UK. And they also, like even on Amazon, a lot of products on Amazon don't ship to the UK. So you have to go amazon.co.uk and then you have less of a selection of things that you can buy. And I know Amazon's based in America, sort of, but I don't know, it's surprising. You think international shipping goes everywhere, but it doesn't, because not everyone chooses international shipping. And when they do, they choose the US over the UK. So that was interesting for me to find out. You can already take a guess at how I found that one out. Well, thank you guys for sitting with me and talking with me, and I hope that this was a little bit of a fun thing to do during a holiday season where you might not be having as much fun as usual. And yeah, I'm glad to have the company. I really am. It's super weird sitting here talking to myself, but I just imagine someone's right over there where you are, and I get to say hi to everyone, and that's really, really, really cool. I hope you all have a great new year, and I hope that you manage to avoid all of the, like the amount of hindsight is 2020, and see you next year. Like memes or jokes that people are gonna start making. I know they already have started making them, and I just don't want to look online. Because you know they're gonna be there, and you know they're gonna be bad. It's just, we know, we get it. People were saying this last New Year's Eve, that we're gonna be able to say hindsight's 2020. Alright, enough of me. Enough. It's enough. It's enough. I'm gonna go. Thank you for coming. You may leave now. I will see you again soon. Stay safe. Bye.